a couple of words on Rockin' Robin. Do you remember Rockin' Robin? Because she was really at the tail end of your tenure there.
She's a nice lady. I saw her in the thing. Poor girl. We've all aged. That was 30 something years ago when she was 87. She was really the first single lady to get a push. And she got in there, and I don't know if I guess Sherry was already there, but it was man made for he'd been using Moolah's girls for they'd come through on a on their tour like they did
Like the
all the
midgets.
time anyway. Four girls in a car, and they travel, or two and two. I don't know how they traveled, but they traveled all over the United States. They go to one territory for 2 or 3 weeks, working around, and maybe work a return, and then out of there and on to the next territory. There, and like the midgets, and like Andre at one time before Vince Senior took over all his bookings. They would just go into the area as a novelty, and then be out. But then Robin came in, probably as a result of Jake and of Grizz, that she got in, and she was a hell of she's a hell of a hand, man. The whole family was, Sam Houston, Jake, and they're all good hands in the ring. Nobody could put down their work, and she seemed to be in an opportune time where they were having a tie-in. It was coming out of Wendy Richter, and Wendy Richter was were having problems with Moolah, but Moolah was still locked in, with Vince, and still had the contract with Vince for her girls and stuff. So Robin fit right into the spot where she was a nightly performer, and she was in the European. She went to Europe. She went to Europe with us. I probably Sherry. I don't remember which girl she was working with. She was traveling. She played the piano, and she'd get to the hotel or something, start belting out some tunes and stuff. She's a real nice person, and you didn't know she was had all the trouble. I heard rumors from Fuji that but it didn't show, and she didn't act. She didn't act weird, depressed or whatever.
Oh, right, rumours of Grizzly Smith and that
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah. Speaking of Rockin' Robin, because we will get back to her in a second, but Jim Cornette in the Dark Side of the Ring territory documentary, excuse me, said that Sam Houston was the best in-ring performer of the entire family. How true is that for you?
I don't know. He was a good, Sam was a good hand. Oh, how are you gonna pick him over Jake when Jake had worked his own way into all these, massive Macho Mans and George Steels and Steamboats, and when Jake's worked his way into all these great angles, great great positions in professional wrestling. And you say this other guy's a better worker? Yeah, come on. That's promos, delivery. Jake was there. He'd make a comeback. Jake was there. Jake was. If he had to jump around, if he had to do a lot of high spots, I'm sure Jake could have done it. If he had to do that, moving, dancing, running cowboy style and everything else. But Jake was, he was a snake. He just easy, smooth from spot to spot, slither around, tie the interviews in with his work. That's, you're going to say somebody's a better worker. You probably need a lot more proof than that.
Sam Houston had a relatively short tenure on top. He came back maybe a couple of times in the WF, and then he was gone in 1990. Do you remember? I don't think he was one of the most popular people in the locker room. Do you remember any reasons why?
No, he was. No, I don't know why he would. He was a nice guy. He wasn't. Was he with the ex-wife first, Nicola?
Baby Doll. I don't think Baby Doll came over with him, or she
Not at
might have done for a
first.
tryout.
maybe, I don't know. I don't know. He was, he always said hello, shook hands, easy to work with. I heard later he had drinking. Here I've read in the, continually he had problems drinking, or he liked to drink a lot. But I never saw him, at the arena, or, blow anything out of shape.
No.
Screw up like that.
Well, I think it was something, maybe that was earlier in his tenure, because Magnum TA said he was, a bit of heavy drinker and everything. But we'll go back to Rockin' Robin for a second. And I wanted to make mention of, because I'll channel Conrad Thompson here and say, I don't know when we're ever going to get to bring him up again, but Rockin' Robin was trained by Nelson Royal. Do you remember Nelson Royal?
Oh, no, I met him only a handshake a couple times. He was old timer. He got a good 10, 15 years on me. So he was ahead of my time. I think Jerry Briscoe knew him. Jerry Briscoe wrestled with him. Spent a lot of time with him up in Charlotte. He was around the Charlotte area, the Crockett's and those guys for a while. And down south, he was a Southern boy. I don't know if he was actually from the South, but ended up at Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Alabama kind of cycle down there. I think he finished up down there. I'm not sure where he was from.